Right, okay guys, so today we're going to be looking at a Spectrum homebrew game. It is from Bitmap Soft, however, on this particular video I can't show you the tape like I normally do, because this is a ROM. I tried to buy this game physically from Bitmap Soft, but unfortunately the payment would not go through, and that was on card or PayPal. But then I later found out that apparently they're in the middle of moving premises, so this is probably why the payments aren't going through. I imagine they've probably set it so that nothing gets sold between them moving the company. So anyway, what we're going to do is going to take a look at this game, and this game is Last Train to Tranz-central on the Specky. Let's take a look. Right, okay guys, let's have a look at Last Train to Tranz-central. Right, so it tells you at the beginning that anything that's flashing, you don't shoot, you just avoid. And as you can see, like, once you work the patterns out on how things move, it's not too hard to avoid at this stage. Obviously, like all games, it will ramp up as it goes along, it will get progressively harder. But on this level, it's, you know, fairly easy. Listen to that music. Do enjoy the music on this. I love the colouring on this game. It works really well. So as you can see, you collect the coins, you shoot the door opens. So on this one, we've got to go up, avoid the little gremlin guy, or you can shoot him. In later stages, he will respawn when you shoot him. But on this level, you can shoot him, and then he's gone, he's out of your way. Right, so I should add here, this thing that's at the top that looks like a turret isn't a turret, it's in fact a switch. Now, when I had my run just before I started recording, I didn't realise it was a switch, so I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get out off this level. And then the realisation sets in. Ah, I see, that's a switch, is it? It's not a turret. There we go, through the door. So this one, as you can see, we've got this little guy who respawns. And his pattern's quite erratic, so it's difficult to work out where he's going to go. Sometimes he'll follow the same pattern, other times he won't. It's very difficult to try and work out. So your best bet is just to keep shooting him every time he comes near you. Right, now this is where it gets tricky. So it said before to avoid things that are flashing, but on this particular part, you don't avoid this one, you have to shoot this one. Now, you'll notice that I take a slightly different approach to other people I've seen play this game. So what I'm doing here, where I'm moving as he bounces along, I've noticed a lot of people do that, but the pattern changes. So I found another way around it, which you'll see in a bit. So now you'll see there that missed me, but on the next time through that might not necessarily be the case, which it didn't. You know, I didn't move, so the pattern does change. So after a little bit of frustration, I start to realise, well, actually there's another way of doing this. And that's me there giving my little grunt of disapproval as to what just happened. Now, I think when I figured out the best way to get around this, I think it might have been my second go round. I don't think it's, yeah, it's not this one. So that's me out of lives, and this is what you get, the end of line, which I like actually. That kind of calls back to the old Tron movies. Right, let's give this another go. Right, now this is what happens. When you die, when you've got a certain way through, you come back to have another go, and you try and rush it, and then you make stupid mistakes like I just did a minute ago. Can't believe I lost a life there on the first level. Brimming guy. I do like the way that it looks like there's tracks at the bottom, because you've got that line that comes on, and then the stuff moving near the top to give the illusion that the carriage is moving. I do really enjoy this game. This is a game that I definitely will keep coming back to. I'm actually wondering like how many levels this actually has, because again, like it's like, well, you know, in what ways can you make it more challenging? In what ways can you make it look different, you know, as the game progresses? I love the use of colour in this game. I mean, it's definitely true that the Spectrum has definitely got its own charm, and this game really does showcase that, you know. Great looking game. And listen to the music coming out of it as well. I mean, it's amazing. That's one thing you do notice with these homebrew games, is the way they've perfected how they do these games. Like, the music sounds brilliant on them. Oh, dead again. Right, now this is where I have an idea. And my idea here is to, instead of trying to anticipate where he's going to land, just go up and down the ladder and shoot him. It takes a bit longer, but it's a lot more effective. Shooting the wrong way then. Oh, nearly got me there. This is definitely the best way to do this. It takes longer, but it's more effective because the pattern changes, and if you don't get it right, you're just going to keep dying. Nearly there. Yay, dead. And if you notice, there's a little counter in the middle that lets you know once you've done it. Just at the top of the screen there. Hey, so now we're on train 2. Ah, damn. This bit reminds me of Nifty Lifty when you've got to try and avoid the 2 elevators. Right, back to me with final thoughts. Right, okay guys, so let's talk about this game. Now I just want to add, I thoroughly enjoyed playing this game. I really did. I know for a fact this will be a game I'm going to play a lot. You'll notice when you watch the game footage, I get that little bit further each time, and by the time I finished, or died, I was on the second train. So the good thing with this game is it doesn't feel like it's punishing you. You feel like you're, you know, the more you play, the more you progress just that little bit more. It's not overly complicated. You know, everything's got a pattern, and once you work them patterns out, it becomes easier to try and get round the levels. Very simple mechanics, and if you like, a simple idea. However, you will notice in that footage there's a bit where I can't figure out how I get that door open. Well, I say door, it's the electric currents coming down. I'd done everything on the level, I'd collected everything I needed to collect. Why are these electric currents not going off? And then I realised, that thing on the top of the train that I thought was a turret is in fact a switch. So yeah, the moment of realisation. So yeah, what I like about this game is it's nice and colourful. The funny thing about it is, you know, like I've said on many homebrew videos before, the Spectrum's known for colour clash. I feel you don't really see that on this game, and you're finding this more and more. So yeah, it looks great. So I just want to say I really enjoyed this game. It is a game I'm definitely going to play a lot. Like I say, it's that risk reward. You know, you're rewarded each time you play, and you get that little bit further, which encourages you to keep wanting to play it. And if it wasn't for the fact that I was doing this as a video, that's exactly what I would have done. I probably would have lost many hours playing this game. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this. It is a game I definitely recommend you guys look out for. Like I say, you can't buy it at the moment because of the fact that Bitmap Soft are moving premises, but you can download this as a ROM. So I believe it's available on itch.io, I think. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure it's on there. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say for this video, guys. And until next time, take care, stay safe. Nerdy Geezer out.